I'm State Farm Agent Ron Reeves. You're listening to Prep Football.
State Farm Prep Sports brought to you tonight by Animal City, Music World and Drummer's Den, Stones River Town Center, and Mills Family Pharmacy.
Brian Barrett, John Dinkins, Rod Edwards here with you tonight. The kickoff by Hernandez. Going to be taken by the Rockets at about the 18-yard line. And it is Paldo, I think. He's going to be pushed back, but they'll give him forward progress to about the 18-yard line. And that's where the Rockets will start.
Well, your backs are against the wall here for Rockvale. They're down 37-0. What you've got to do is kind of start from scratch again and try to move the football. Easier said than done against Oakland.
Sure. But if they can have a good positive 425.
Look for something to build on here.
Right. 1st and 10 for Elliott and the Rockets, sending one receiver near side, one to the far side. They're moving right to left with the wind to their back. Now Jennings pops out from halfback as receiver now. Play, they try to go up the middle, nothing for George. Actually going to be driven back to the 15 by Ellison, so that's another tackle for loss for Caleb Ellison. Second down now. I think I have given you all the scores, but Rockvale 8, Coffee County nothing at the half, Wayne County 6, Eagleville nothing at the half. Last score I saw out of Blackman-Siegel was 7-0 Blackman. That was into the first quarter. I'm looking for a halftime score. If you're listening, you can hit us up at WGNS Sports on Twitter. And Javion back to pass, and the pass kind of sails on him a little bit. Incomplete, intended for Riley Talley, the junior, here on the near side.
Well, this is definitely a situation Rockvale didn't want to be in. Down big and having to throw the football. You're at your own 15-yard line in a rainstorm. So
right. I think the two bigger plays in this game were Oakland getting the football inside the 15-yard line twice in the first quarter.
Yeah, they kind of shot themselves in the foot early.
Yep. Oh, the ball is bobbled here. Another wet ball snapped back, and Oakland has recovered the fumble at the 11-yard line. Second turnover of the game for the Rockets. I saw Justin Barber come out of there. I'm not exactly sure. Ellison, that's who it was. Came away with the football. So that's two turnovers in this quarter. And as I was saying, here's 1st and 10 from the 11. That happened twice in the first quarter. Morris kind of trips over his own man there trying to make the cut here to the near side. I think he and Tutt.
He has slipped a little bit too.
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, I know it's turf, but it's still wet and a little slippery down there. 2nd and 10 from the 11 now. Oakland with a commanding lead, trying to take advantage of two second quarter turnovers by Rockvale. They turned the first one into points. Can they turn this into points as well? They give it to Tutt. Tutt waits on the opening, and Tutt blazes into the end zone for a touchdown. Craig Tutt from 11 out. Boy, he had an explosion once he got into that second level. There was no stopping him.
Well, Oakland has taken advantage of almost every turnover that Rockvale has, that's happened to Rockvale, and it's just really just kicking them down when they're down.
Another kick here for Hernandez, and it's blocked. The kick blocked. Trying to kick into the wind there, and they were able to get in to block that punt or block that extra point. So your score is going to remain Oakland 43, Rockvale nothing on State Farm Prep Sports.
This is a paid legal ad.
Hi, this is John Day of the Law Offices of John Day. I've lived and worked as a lawyer in Middle Tennessee for over 30 years, and to me, every single day has been an honor. That's why our firm is so involved with community programs like bicycle helmet giveaways and our Safe Ride Home program. At the law offices of John Day, we're not just looking to make donations. We want to make a difference in the community we hold so dear. And if you're ever injured, know that we are here for you too.
Since 1966, Fans Heating and Air has been a symbol of quality for Murfreesboro and Rutherford County. For friendly, complete service on Amana, Bryant, or American Standard Heating and Air products, Fans Heating and Air will do it all. Fans specializes in new homes, custom homes, or existing buildings. Give Fans Heating and Air a call today, 615-893-7930. Good luck to all of our schools and student athletes from Fans Heating and Air.
I'm State Farm Agent Andy Womack, and you're listening to Prep Football.
Tune in next time for the countdown to tip-off, sponsored by the law offices of John Day.
Here's the kick into a stiff wind. Rockvale's going to try to return it. They touched it, and they may have given Oakland the football back if Oakland has recovered the loose ball. They're still trying to move the pile, and Oakland says they've recovered it. Well, John, you cannot do that.
Yeah. You're just handing them field position every time.
So now Oakland, with 2 minutes and 45 seconds, will get the football back. This time, the ball marked at the 29-yard line. This marks at least the fourth time that they've had the football in such great field position. Leading 43-0. Creasy the give. It's Kamani Bass. Bass trying to turn the corner, gets hit, knocked out of bounds. Going to give him a couple here. Porter on the takedown. Bass is a very talented sophomore. 14 carries for 137 yards on the season so far. You're going to see a lot of new Patriots probably play here in this second half. When we get there, 2:14 to play in the first half. Creasy and Hainsworth is lined up behind him at tailback. They give it to Hainsworth, and Avery going to fall forward to the 25.5-yard line. Hainsworth, 17 carries, 90 yards, and a TD for the senior. Boone on the takedown for Rockvale.
Pretty good when you can just fall over and get 2 yards.
He's pretty tall, really tall, actually. Third down and 6, and it does not look like Oakland is even really, they get a first down fine. They're not too concerned, I don't think. Up here 43-0. Creasy pressured, and the ball is going to be incomplete. Rockvale brought the pressure that time, and Creasy could do nothing but throw the ball away. And now Oakland on fourth down with a decision to make, and I think they're going to go for it.
Oh, yeah. I don't think they'd want to kick that in the wind.
So 4th and 6 for the Patriots at the 25-yard line. So need to get it just past the 20. It's a short 6. Velon Henderson is one of the receivers out to the left. Avery Hainsworth lines up on the left side of the line along with Bass, I think, over there. Hard count here by Creasy, and they're going to call a timeout. So a timeout for us. We'll be right back. Oakland with fourth down in a moment.
Shop your favorites at Dillard's, J.C. Penney, Rue 21, Hot Topic, and more. Grab a bite at Crab Fever, Sam's Sports Grill, Olive Garden, or Miller's Ale House. With more than 60 retailers, you're sure to find something that you'll love at Stones River Town Center. Find them on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for style tips, upcoming events, and sales information. Stones River Town Center, off Old Fort Parkway in Murfreesboro. Shopping centered on you. Online at shopstonesriver.com.
I'm State Farm Agent Celeste Middleton, and you're listening to Prep Football.
Our game tonight brought to you by Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance, First National Bank of Middle Tennessee, Craig's Tax Service, and Dr. Automotive.
Blackman up 21-0 at halftime over Siegel. Another halftime score. Trying to check Twitter as quickly as I possibly can to get these scores. Thanks for those who tag us. It makes it so much easier. Here's Creasy back to pass, looking right side. What a snag! And brought it down at the 12-yard line. Great catch by Matthew Moore of the Oakland Patriots.
That's about 3 good catches here in this first half. Gives them a first down.
So First Bank first down. They're in the John Day Legal red zone. 40 seconds to play here. Creasy, do they take a shot to the end zone? Creasy looking, goes to the end zone. The pass is there, and through the fingertips for Valen Henderson. That would have been the sophomore second touchdown of the year, but it falls incomplete. That does stop the clock, though, with 24.8 seconds.
That does answer your question whether they're trying to score here. They're going.
Well, the clock's part of a big factor now. Play clock down to 20, so Oakland subbing here. Bass came back in. He was one of those that kind of came back in. The Blackman Lady Blaze are postponing their car wash, by the way, for tomorrow. Probably a good idea.
Well, they could just stand out there and
just squirt soap.
Squirt soap on it.
Creasy, the pass caught over the top and down to about the 12-yard line. The clock's still going to run, but Oakland's going to call a timeout. And that pass, by the way, completed to Braxton Griever. And a timeout, Oakland, with 15.4 seconds. We'll be right back in just 30 seconds.
Is your car running like a dream, or does it need a little TLC? At Dr. Automotive in Smyrna, we treat your vehicle like it's one of our own. From oil changes to major repairs, our certified technicians have the skills and experience to keep you on the road safely.
This is Mike Woodward, head football coach at Laverne High School. If you are blitzed with car problems, go see Dr. Automotive.
For quality care you can trust, visit Dr. Automotive in Smyrna. We've got the cure for your car. Online at smyrnaautorepair.com.
I'm State Farm Agent Emerson Williams, former running back at Oakland High School, and you're listening to Prep Football.
Brian, John, Rod here with you. It's Connor Hayes back at the station, pushing all the buttons and watching all those blinky things. Making us sound as good as possible coming out through your speakers, wherever you might be listening in. Creasy rolling out right side, looks downfield, looking to the end zone, and he's going to throw this away. Stops the clock with 9 seconds, and is going to give them one more shot here on fourth down, or are they going to try a kick?
They may try a kick because this is a good time to. They've not kicked a lot of field goals this year.
Jose Hernandez coming out. So this will be about a 28-yard field goal attempt. So Jose Henderson, who was 4 for 4 on PATs, the field goal is up, and it is good. It is good. I think that's Oakland's first made field goal of the season. And that comes as time expires. And it's the Oakland Patriots leading at halftime over the Rockvale Rockets by a score of 46-0. Oakland up 46-0. You're listening to State Farm Prep Sports. Stay with us. When we come back, we've got your Ideas Tees halftime show on the other side.
Thank you, Rutherford County, for 39 amazing years.
Hi, let me ask Jack Hayes what his favorite thing is and why.
The chicken fingers and french fries. We've had them for a long time, and they're the best you can get in the whole entire town. So come on and get your homemade barbecue sauce and those good chicken fingers and french fries.
So swing by one of our 4 Rutherford County locations. Many things have changed, but one thing hasn't. Toots is still the place for good food and fun.
Hi, this is Amanda at Animal City, inviting your family to come do business with my family. We have all the items needed to spoil your pet, toys, food, treats, and more. Whether you're a new pet parent or a very experienced one, you'll find the items and help you need here at Animal City. We are proud and thankful to be celebrating our 33rd year in the Murfreesboro community. That's Animal City. We're at 919 Northwest Broad Street, right here in Murfreesboro. Please check out our Facebook page.
At Bud's Tire Pros, we sell all major brands of tires, and we invite you to stop by today for that next set of tires. Or maybe you need us to check out your vehicle before you head out of town. We offer everything from brakes to batteries, alignments, and more. No appointments necessary, just stop on by.
I'm Allison Mitchell with Bud's Tire Pros. We're located on East Main Street, exactly 3 miles from the town square, 1 mile past Rutherford Boulevard. Visit us online at budstirepros.tn.com.
Hi, I'm Lakin Gilman, a mortgage loan originator with First Mortgage, a department of First National Bank of Middle Tennessee. Whether you're buying a new home or refinancing, I'm here to guide you every step of the way. With competitive rates and personal service, let me turn your homeownership dreams into reality. Visit my website, lakinhibden.com, or come by my office at 322 North Front Street, located in downtown Murfreesboro, and let's get started.
First National Bank of Middle Tennessee. We show up for you.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 401715.
Pizza. You can now order Murfreesboro's favorite pizza online at sirpizzatn.com. We've made ordering online a breeze. From sirpizzatn.com, tap on the location nearest you and begin your order for carryout or delivery. You can order the Royal Feast, create your own, spaghetti, calzones, everything right from our online portal at sirpizzatn.com.
Sir Pizza, you made me love pizza again.
Hello friends, Lenny Farmer with Jennings & Ayers Funeral Home. More than I can count, we have taken care of families who were totally caught off guard with the passing of a loved one. There are so many details to tie up, it really can be overwhelming. Again, more than I can count are the comments from families who have pre-planned and pre-funded their or their loved one's funeral, saying, "It would have been a financial hardship had we not." Let me help your pre-plan. Call me at 615-893-2422.
It's freezing.
Keeping your home warm in the winter and cool in the summer all starts with the right insulation. Roscoe Brown and Carrier offer comprehensive insulation services that not only enhance your comfort but also improve your energy efficiency, saving you money on your utility bills. With expert installation and advice, our team ensures that your home is perfectly insulated for every season. Turn to the experts at Roscoe Brown and Carrier. Your family's comfort is our family's legacy. RoscoeBrown.com.
I'm State Farm Agent Dana Womack, and you're listening to Prep Football.
Looking for the best in school spirit wear, screen printing, embroidery, and specialty items in Rutherford County? Well, look no more. Ideas Tees, the place. Don't miss out on officially licensed MTSU Blue Raider gear at Raider Tees. From tees and polos to hats and more, they've got everything you need to show your Blue Raider pride. Visit their showroom at 910 Ridgely Road, just off Broad Street between Chewy's and Chili's. Ideas Tees can put your logo on just about anything. Stop by and discover how they can help you promote your favorite team, workplace, or organization. Learn more at ideastees.com. Ideas Tees, the sponsor of our halftime show. We're here tonight. Oakland is leading at halftime by a score of 46-0. It's time for the first half recap here and Craig's Tax Service. And it was all Oakland here, folks. I'm telling you, 23 points in the first quarter, 23 in the second quarter for a total of 46. It started off with Oakland on a 3-yard run by Morris.
The give is to Morris. He bounces it outside, now turns it up. Does he get in and cross the plane? Yes, he does. It is a 3-yard touchdown run by DeJuan Morris. And that is Morris's first touchdown of the year, his first game starting since the first game of the season.
Went off that right side, then turned it upfield just a little bit. Easy score. That made it 7-0. Oakland scored again in the first quarter. This time a great pass from Creasy to Morris.
Win them all against, do they have to win out? Creasy, across the middle, caught by Morris. Morris 50, a little shake and bake 40. Another little shake and bake 30, 20, 10, 5. He has got a caravan to the end zone. Touchdown! Morris goes 71 yards. That is his first receiving touchdown of the season.
Well, I know Coach Creasy's glad to have him back. He can do it all. I mean, he can catch the ball. Great receiver, really. He ran a beautiful route in the middle. Nice throw by Creasy. And then Morris, you got him out in the open field. It's pretty much gold. That made it 14-0. Then Morris again with 3:14 to go in the first.
The give is to Morris. Morris waits on a hole to open up. Morris bounces it outside and runs it in for his second touchdown of the night. This one, an 11-yard rumble. Touchdown, Pats.
Is he not great at that?
Man alive, is he not?
He just never ceases to amaze me. 11-yard run. He waits for the blockers. He waits for the hole. And he's so quick he can make that hole. It was 21-0. Then Oakland again, 1:25 to go in the first. This time the defense had a little something to do with it, as they've already shut him out here in the first half. But this time, a snap over the punter's head.
Tough task here for Riley Talley. Snap is going to go over the head of Talley. He's going to have to fall on it in the end zone, and it is a safety.
This is the year of the safety, evidently. That's all I had to say on that. 23-0. With 11:49 to go in the second quarter, this time Tutt gets in on the action.
Now Morris is in motion. Another little flip pass right up the middle, and it's Craig Tutt. Tutt 10, 5. Tutt, does he get into the end zone? He does. Touchdown, Tutt.
22-yard run on a little pitch, and I don't know how Creasy got the pitch in there, the little pitch in the inside, but he did. Made it 30-0. Then Oakland with 4:36 to go in the second quarter. A 78-yard pass from Creasy to Tutt.
They give it to Tutt. Tutt waits on the opening, and Tutt blazes into the end zone for a touchdown. Craig Tutt from 11 out. Boy, he had an explosion once he got into that second level. There was no stopping him.
And then Oakland scored again, this time an 11-yard run. Guess who? It's King Tutt.
They give it to Tutt. Tutt waits on the opening, and Tutt blazes into the end zone for a touchdown. Craig Tutt from 11 out. Boy, he had an explosion once he got into that second level. There was no stopping him.
And finally, Oakland scores on a 28-yard field goal attempt here to make it 46-0.
Jose Hernandez coming out. So this will be about a 28-yard field goal attempt. The field goal is up, and it is good. It is good. I think that's Oakland's first made field goal of the season.
Time for the Craig's, that is the Craig's Tax Service first half recap. Tax laws can be very confusing and makes sense to get help with your taxes. Craig's Tax Service specializes in personal and business tax preparation, financials, and bookkeeping services. Call them today at 615-890-2233. Craig's Tax Service is at 142 Heritage Park Drive, just off Memorial. Mike, Brandon, and Brett Craig, along with Bruce Hall, salute all Rutherford County teams this season and look forward to a great second half in tonight's game. Now, if you've been waiting for the scoreboard, well, here's a scoreboard update brought to you by Jennings & Ayers Funeral Home Scoreboard.
The Blackman Blaze at the half are leading Siegel 21-0. All of these are at halftime, unless I tell you otherwise. It's Riverdale 8, Coffee County 0. It's the Smyrna Bulldogs over the McGavickers. 14-0. I forgot.
The Raiders, aren't they?
I don't know.
Yeah, the McGavick Raiders.
They apparently can't get
or
a bus.
Or the McGavickers.
They can't get a bus that runs very well. So anyway, Smyrna 14-0.
Let's put that on the highlight reel.
Stewart's Creek 14, Antioch 6 at the half, and in the third quarter, Wayne County leads Eagleville 14-0. Those are the scores that we have so far. Also, Friendship over MTCS. That nearing halftime, 14-0. That's your Jennings & Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard.
Helene has entered the booth now, I think. we're about to that point. Let's take a look at the stats. Rod, your first half thoughts, your thoughts of the first half here.
Totally controlled by Oakland. Rockvale really set themselves up with 3 or 4 penalties in the opening series, and the wind caught them. They punted. I think the ball hit about 35 yards out, then bounced back to about 5-yard total kick, which really kind of set things up. Then you mentioned the turnovers and safeties, and this has been a disaster for Rockvale.
Well, you've got the defensive stats brought to you by Fans Heating and Air, Josh Houston and Associates, and Winners Trophies.
Okay, for Caleb Ellis, and probably he and I think Ethan Carson for Blackman are 2 of the top linebackers in our area. He had a pass breakup, and that was a key one. That was in the second series, and Rockvale was moving down, and the pass was on the money, but he really blasted into the receiver. Ball went flying, and then on fourth down, Rockvale went for it, and they came up just short. Well, if they had completed that pass, they may have had a chance to go in and score. But he had 4 tackles, 2 for loss, and then he also had a fumble recovery. Chase Bandy had 2 tackles and an interception. That's number 4, leading the team. And then Colin Williams and Trevion Jackson each had 3 tackles, kind of to be the stars of the first half for Oakland. For Rockvale, basically, we kind of shared the load. We had Evangelos Brooks had 3 tackles. Demarion Thomas had 3. Melvin Booth had 3. And Paulo Dallas had 2. And plus, he had 1 pass breakup. So they're all from the middle linebacker up into the defensive line.
All right, Rod, thank you. Well, here's the offensive stats. 31 yards rushing total for Rockvale, 55 in the air for a total of 86. Javian Elliott had 16 to lead the rushing totals. George had 15. And for Oakland, they had 66 yards rushing, 183 passing for 249 yards. Who would have thought in this kind of game with these kind of conditions, Oakland would have 183 yards in the air. Juwan Morris doing his thing, 59 yards on 7 carries. Hainsworth, Bass, and Millsap all have 2 yards rushing. And Creasy, 7 of 11 for 183 yards, no interceptions. Morris has a reception of 71. Let's see, Tutt had a reception, and Moore had a reception as well. So quite a good night as they lead it here, 46-0. Those stats brought to you by Fans Heating and Air, Winners Trophies, and JHA Company by Josh Houston. And now it's time for our Rayburn Insurance keys to the second half.
Time now for the keys to the second half, brought to you by Rayburn Insurance agent Rick Hall in Smyrna. For auto, home, business, and life insurance, let Rick Hall help you get the coverage you deserve with personalized service that puts you first.
All right, Rod, what do you tell Rockvale? If you're Brian Guthrie in there in the locker room, you're down 46-0, what do you tell them?
Number 1, forget the first half. Number 2, go out and we're going to play hard. We did see spurts of them where I thought after the second quarter started, they started hitting a lot harder. They were defensively and offensively, especially in the line of scrimmage. There was a lot more resistance. We didn't even see any resistance in the first part. And really come out and just play like there was no score, and we've got to improve, and we've got to show we're not going to quit.
All right, that's your Rayburn Insurance. Well, let's talk about Oakland. You were up 46-0. Not a lot of things they did badly.
Right, and I think now it's time to get the young kids in.
Yeah.
And find out what they can do.
Do you think they had quite an intense practice this week, Oakland?
I would say so.
I think so.
I mean, they came away with a big break.
Yeah,
last week.
Sure looks like it. Those are your keys to the second half, brought to you by Rayburn Insurance, agent Rick Hall. As a locally owned agency in Smyrna, they offer the personalized service you won't get from big out-of-state providers. For auto, home, life, and business insurance needs, talk to Rick Hall, providing competitive prices and local advice. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back with more of the IDST's halftime show. 46-0 here, Oakland on top.
This is a paid legal ad.
You've probably heard it a million times. If you're injured, call a lawyer. And you probably haven't, because you don't know how much it will cost, how long it will take, or even if you have a case. At the law offices of John Day, we provide a free initial consultation because we understand that folks don't want to pay a lawyer only to find out they don't have a case. If you think we can help, we do so on a contingency basis, which means we only get paid if you do. Seriously injured? Call me, John Day.
So what if your roommate decides to microwave a metal mixing bowl and set your apartment on fire? I'm State Farm Agent Ron Reeves. Auto, renters, frankly, any kind of insurance. I've got your back. Call me at 615-873-1700.
Renters, when you combine State Farm auto and renters insurance, you save an average of $642. I'm State Farm Agent Emerson Williams, and I'm ready to help you combine auto and renters insurance and save. Call me at 615-459-2683.
Come come on down to get your chicken fingers and curly fries with homemade barbecue sauce. It's classic and perfect.
Well, that's coming from a guy who certainly would know. Keep the local tradition going. On Friday Night Football, come to Toots before or after the game. Now there's 4 locations to choose from.
Many things have changed, but one thing hasn't. Toots is still the place for good food and fun.
Good food and fun.
I'm State Farm Agent Ron Reeves. You're listening to Prep Football.
We're back with you here on the Ideas Tees halftime show, and it's time for the Dr. Automotive live report, and we've got him live in Smyrna. And Danny Brewer with a little update on the Smyrna-McGavock game.
14-0 Smyrna. Of course, same as it is everywhere in Middle Tennessee. The weather has been the big story here. Rain, wind, all that kind of stuff. Smyrna ground game has been the story. Led 2 Bulldog touchdowns. The line of scrimmage, Smyrna has once again, just like they did last week against Laverne, they pretty much controlled the line of scrimmage on both sides of the football.
Is Smyrna kind of starting to go toward a peak here? I mean, it seems like the defense has kind of got it together, and now the offense is maybe not the most prolific offense, but efficient offense.
Well, I think that what they're doing is they're making fewer mistakes, and that was what kind of plagued them the first 2 or 3 weeks of the season. Is they made a lot of mistakes because I think they feel like Riverdale was a game that kind of got away because of some mistakes that they made, and they definitely made a lot of mistakes against Rockvale too. But I think that they're just making fewer mistakes right now, which is what you want to do. You don't want to beat yourself.
Rod made a comment in the pregame show, Danny, that Smyrna always plays a tough schedule. It's paying off for them, I think, now, isn't it?
Without question. I mean, that's it. To be the best, you need to play the best. And I think when you schedule teams like Riverdale and Ravenwood before you get into district play, it only benefits you because, that's what you want to do is you want to meet those good teams because then it doesn't come as any surprise when you see different formations and whatnot from schools. And in their region, I don't think there's anybody as good as Ravenwood in their region. There may not be anybody as good as Ravenwood in most regions.
Keeping it the second half, keep on keeping on, I guess, and just run.
Trying to get the football to start the second half. I think that obviously what they want to do is run the ball and control the clock. We have seen quite a bit of the power I formation tonight, which is one of my favorites. Like I said, that's that control the clock, control the game, run the football. I think we will see quite a bit of that in the second half of Smyrna. And if they can go in and the first drive will be very important for them. If they can cash in that, then it's going to make it awfully tough for McGavock to score 3 times on a night like tonight.
I agree with you. Danny, it looks like you're really toughing it in that where are you exactly? In the Smyrna, the new clubhouse there?
We're in the Bulldog Stadium Club. It is tough being in here.
Yeah.
But hey, somebody's got to do it. I'm taking one for the team here, guys.
Well, I'm telling you, and I see that all your rain gear, you don't have any rain gear, so it must really be tough when you get out there.
Well, I'm hoping that the rain will subside by the fourth quarter so that whenever I get ready to leave after the game, then I won't have to get too wet.
Well, I hate to tell you, brother, I've seen the forecast and the radar. It ain't quitting for a while. All right, Danny, appreciate you, buddy.
Thanks, guys.
That's Danny Brewer with the Dr. Automotive Live Report. Dr. Automotive is the cure for your car. Brothers Danny and Randy Brewer have been providing Rutherford County with ASC-certified auto repair for decades. They grew up here and are your neighbors. Foreign and domestic auto repair, that's Dr. Automotive on Hazelwood Drive in Smyrna, online at smyrnaautorepair.com. And that's your Ideas Tees halftime show. When we come back, we'll have the start of the second half, maybe even tell you a little bit about our upcoming schedule as well as we continue here from Oakland High School. Oakland leading 46-0 over Rockvale.
For more than 36 years, Wilson Bank & Trust has been proud to serve communities all across Tennessee. As an independent local bank, we provide banking products competitive with large banks, but delivered with personalized local service. Wilson Bank & Trust has been community-focused since 1987 and looks forward to many more. Discover the power of local community banking that truly makes a difference. Give us a call or come on by any of our local 30 locations or visit wilsonbank.com to learn more. Member FDIC.
Quick, convenient, efficient. 3 words that we all hope to experience when we do business. Our goal at JHA Company is to bring just that to an industry that's traditionally dictated to the customer when it's time to do business. Whether you're purchasing class pictures in a yearbook, class jewelry, a letter jacket, school spirit wear, or senior graduation products, we strive to make the experience quick, convenient, and efficient. Find out more at jhacompany.com. JHA, your one source for an unparalleled scholastic experience.
At Dr. Automotive in Smyrna, from oil changes to major engine and transmission repairs, we've got the cure for your car. Let's hear from customers of Dr. Automotive.
He does a good job. He lets you know what's going on and doing it at a good price.
Danny does a lot in our community, so he's very involved and invested.
I recommend family, friends. Danny is spot on because he'll suggest what I need to do, and of course, I've never had an issue.
For quality care you can trust, visit Dr. Automotive in Smyrna. We've got the cure for your car.
I'm State Farm Agent Andy Womack, and you're listening to Prep Football.
Our game tonight brought to you by JHA Company, Little Caesars Pizza, Rayburn Insurance Agent Rick Hall in Smyrna, and Last Cass's Feed Supply. And before we go over the, Brian goes over the scoreboard with you, I want to remind you about the Prentice Allsup Heating and Air Coaches Corner in the morning. Through rain, snow, sleet, or hail, we go through, it's just like the mailman.
Well, it's nice and cozy inside.
Yes,
now.
Well, yeah, yes it is. And they've got donuts and sausage and biscuits. Can't beat that.
And coffee.
Beginning at 9, the Prentice Allsup Heating and Air Coaches Corner, fueled by Donut Country and McDonald's of Murfreesboro. We'll start with Riverdale at 9, Smyrna at 9:15, Blackman at 9:30, Laverne at 9:45, Oakland at 10 a.m., Stewart's Creek at 10:15 a.m., Rockvale at 10:30 a.m., Siegel at 10:45, and Eagleville will be at 11. Then join us for MTCS Cougar Corner, presented by Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance at 11:15 a.m. I can't wait for tomorrow's show because I think it's really going to be very, very interesting, some of the tales that are told.
Probably so, most certainly. Tomorrow morning we'll have Bill Hockenberry join us. John and I and Bill will have all of the conversation with the coaches tomorrow morning.
Braves won, so he's going to be happy.
Yeah,
Bill's going to be happy
true.
tomorrow.
That is your Prentice Allsup Heating and Air Coaches Corner. Some score updates here, and I just saw one, and I'm having a little trouble locating it here. Khalil Arman, a 25-yard field goal with 3:32 to play in the third quarter. Riverdale 11, Coffee County nothing. And with the score being 46-0, I think we may catch up with some of these guys. Remkus to Hostetler, 78-yard touchdown bomb for the Siegel Stars. They trail 21-7. That would be third quarter of play. So those are some scores we have on the Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard. So the Stars get on the scoreboard.
You know, these teams that scored early in tonight's games, that could be very, very big because the weather is not getting any better.
No, it is not. The wind's picking up, the rain picking up a little bit here as well. And Rockvale making their way out. John, they have played each year between 2019 and 2023. Oakland has outscored Rockvale 245-42. Rockvale has only been shut out once, and that was last year. It was a 35-0 Oakland win.
Well, I don't want to be the naysayer here, but it's really going to be hard for Rockvale to get momentum going. The wind is swirling now. It's not like it was in the first half. You can actually see it swirling in the air.
Wind has definitely picked up here as we see it. It's going to be a short kick to Oakland, taken at the 25. And stop, trying to reverse field, and turns it up now to the 30, 35. Down the sideline, it is Oakland's Kyrie Gaynor, who is finally taken down across the 40-yard line. Boy, that was a lot of zigging and zagging there.
Yeah, he got about 15 yards, though, and they had him back at about the 30, but they lost him.
Troutman on the tackle for Rockvale, and here is Oakland with good field position. Now they are playing into the wind here in this third quarter. Same direction as they were going in the second quarter here, left to right from our vantage point. Creasy, going to see a lot of this tonight. That is a give to Millsap, number 25, Will Millsap. And that goes for 8 yards.
Nelson
on the tackle.
We're going to see a lot of faces, I would assume, here for Oakland.
Yeah, I'm having to pull out the old roster here. Millsap, by the way, is a junior. It's going to bring up a second down and a long yard. And it's a draw play. Hainsworth off to the races. 40, 30, 20, 10, 5. End zone. Touchdown. Avery Hainsworth. His second TD of the year, and it goes for 51 yards.
Boy, once he broke that initial line of scrimmage, man, and he showed off some speed I didn't know he had. That was a great run.
Hainsworth with the touchdown for the Patriots. Gives them a 52-0 lead. The first 2 years, the score was 56-7 against Rockvale. Now it's 52. It could be 53. Here's the extra point attempt. It's a fake and tackled at the 10. So the extra point or the 2-point conversion attempt is no good. So your score, Oakland leads 52-0 here. Opening moments of the third quarter of play on State Farm Prep Sports.
For 75 years, Murfreesboro Medical Clinic has been a cornerstone of health and compassion in our community. From our humble beginnings to the advanced, comprehensive care we offer today, our commitment to you has never wavered. With 8 locations across Murfreesboro and Middle Tennessee and over 100 physicians, we continue to provide the highest standard of care. Then, now, and always, your health is our mission.
Craig's Tax Service at 142 Heritage Park Drive offers complete tax preparation, financial, and bookkeeping services.
This is Brandon Craig with Craig's Tax Service. We're proud to support all Rutherford County athletes.
Craig's Tax Service reminds you that it makes sense to get help with your taxes. Call 890-2233 for an appointment.
We've been serving Rutherford County since 1988.
Craig's Tax Service, 890-2233.
We're just off Memorial Boulevard at 142 Heritage Park Drive.
I'm State Farm Agent Celeste Middleton, and you're listening to Prep Football.
Rockvale picks up the ball, and they stumble forward to the 25-yard line. John, that was scary. I think he had trouble getting that football, but finally came up with it.
Yeah, they've really had trouble holding on to it here lately, the last few series. And we'll see what now Rockvale's going to do here and see if we've got, it looks like, let's see, that is Elliott out there. One thing about a game now like this, you don't want to get anybody hurt.
Right. 52-0 Oakland up. Elliott sends 2 wideouts near side. Tally one of those. The other Jennings, I think. The wide side is the near side. Paldo in motion, lines up as a halfback on the right side of the line. Here's George, 30. Cuts back, 35. And up to about the 37-yard line, and that's going to be enough for a first down, Rockets. That's a 12-yard gain.
Burrell.
Ethan Burrell on the tackle. And with it being 1st and 10, Rockvale handoff. George bounces it outside. Goes to about the numbers and still angling, trying to get out of bounds now. Going to be taken out at the 39-yard line, so a 2-yard pickup. The wind is blowing the rain sideways. Thankfully, it's not a really heavy rain, John, but it's enough just to make it yucky.
Blown.
I don't know that I've ever seen it swirl like this at a football game.
Well, I don't know. I can't remember the year. The years run together, but we did a game where everybody moved the games up on Thursday trying to beat the Hurricane or the Remnants on Friday, and Thursday turned out to be the worst night to play in.
Yeah. It's a crapshoot.
Yep. And it's a run by George to the 44. Going to pick up about 4 yards. Clock is running, 7:39 to play here in the third quarter. but my microphone for the field mic is actually in the booth, so that's the wind that's just inside the press box here. Daly making the tackle. That's what it sounds like outside, by the way. So,
real calm.
Third down. Snap to Elliott, keeping it on the ground. George going to be tripped up and gets back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it, and it's fourth down. Looked like Caleb Ellison in there on the tackle. Seen him a lot tonight.
There's a lot of subs in there for Oakland, I know that.
So on fourth down, Rockvale going for it here at the 44-yard line. Well, it says third down on the sideline, but it's fourth down. There's a flag.
Yep. Encroachment.
Not going to matter here, though. 14-yard pass to Xavier Jones for Riverdale. They lead now 18-0 in the fourth quarter in that game. Offsides against Oakland. The clock is running even with all of the delays and things of that nature with the score 52-0. That penalty will give Rockvale a first down. So it's 1st and 10. They have the ball at their own 44-yard line with the wind at their back. If they were sailing, it would be big, right? Wind at their back. Here's a pitch, Elliott. And being muscled down at the 50-yard line is DeKel Kennedy. He's a senior coming into the game, 18 carries, 75 yards on the season, no touchdowns. Williams on the tackle. Second down now. That Riverdale game is flying by. Start of the fourth quarter there. Back to pass, Elliott. Nope, he's going to tuck it and run, and that was a mistake because he is going to be tackled by Dre Olden for a 3-yard loss. Dre was back there in a hurry on the season. 16 tackles, 3 for loss coming into this game. Add another and a sack on the season as well as a quarterback hurry. He is a quarterback's worst nightmare. Third down and 12 with the loss. Kennedy on the right hip of Elliott. Elliott runs, now the late pitch. 50 and runs into a big pile. No, keeps his legs going. Picks up the first down to the 41-yard line. Nice run by Kennedy. And the Rockets with back-to-back first downs. Malone on the tackle for Oakland. That almost looked like the play stopped, John, and then all of a sudden he shot out of the scrum.
That was good second effort there by Kennedy. I mean, it was pretty much, he was hit. I think he was hit really hard, but he bounced off and was able to pick his feet back up and go.
14-6, Redhawks lead Antioch going to the fourth quarter in that big game on your Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard. Back to pass, Elliott slings it out there, and Talley had it right in the breadbasket, but incomplete. Well, that's one that Riley is going to wish he had back.
Elliott has not had much luck with the receivers tonight. He's getting it to them, but they haven't been able to hang on. Of course, a lot of that, again, could be the weather.
A new update on the scoreboard here. And Stewart's Creek up now 21-6. Creek with a scoop and score. 9:15 to play in that game. Looking good for the Redhawks. Elliott will keep. Going to lose a yard there, I think.
Yeah, he didn't make it.
Yep.
Oldham again.
Oldham on the tackle again. 2:26 to play here in the third. 52-0. Oakland up, and it is third down and 11 and a half for the Rockvale Rockets. They need to get the ball to the 31-yard line. They send two wide near side, one to the far side, blocking back on the right side of that line. And Elliott slings it out here, and the catch made by Paldo, but he is leveled.
Ramsey.
And Ramsey with a great open field tackle. No yak after that catch.
They'll probably go for it here. 4th and 11.
Fourth, yeah. It's got to be more than 11, though, doesn't it?
I think he got back to the line of scrimmage pretty close.
It's like about 13.
So it is. Ball is at the 43 and a half. I keep hearing a whistle from somewhere. The officials heard it this time, too. And now they're coming to the sideline. And they're talking to Kevin Creasy. I don't think they called a timeout, did they? Maybe so.
I don't know what Kevin Creasy could do about it. I mean,
they pointed to him.
Let's
Rockvale.
take a 30-second timeout here. We'll be right back on State Farm Prep Sports.
Shop your favorites at Dillard's, J.C. Penney, Rue 21, Hot Topic, and more. Grab a bite at Crab Fever, Sam's Sports Grill, Olive Garden, or Miller's Ale House. With more than 60 retailers, you're sure to find something that you'll love at Stones River Town Center. Find them on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for style tips, upcoming events, and sales information. Stones River Town Center, off Old Fort Parkway in Murfreesboro. Shopping centered on you. Online at shopstonesriver.com.
I'm State Farm Agent Emerson Williams, former running back at Oakland High School, and you're listening to Prep Football.
Our game tonight brought to you by Good Neighbor State Farm Agent Celeste Middleton, Ron Reeves, Emerson Williams, Dana Womack, and Andy Womack.
Fourth down here and about 12 to go. Back to pass Elliott. Looks downfield. Going to sling it that way. Has a guy trying to get under the ball, but overthrown. That pass, John, was through the back of the end zone.
Yeah, he had a man open, and again, I think that wind carried that ball on out.
I do too. It's kind of following the jet stream, wasn't it? Or whatever that is.
What's been so crazy about this game is Oakland scoring so many points, but a lot of that has been Rockvale giving them some points on turnovers. But
they had the ball inside the 15 4 times tonight.
You look at all the other scores that are going around.
Right.
After the early first quarter or so, second quarter, not a lot of scoring. Oakland is not
going to run a play here, and that's going to take us to the fourth quarter. Patriots headed to the fourth with a 52-0 lead on State Farm Prep Sports.
For nearly 2 decades, Mills Family Pharmacy has cared for residents in our community as if they were part of our own family. At Mills, we work hard to provide you with customized services to fit your needs. Mills also offers flu shots, immunizations, medication therapy management, and even a medication delivery service.
This is Chad Mills with Mills Family Pharmacy. We're located next to Toots South on South Church Street in Murfreesboro.
Learn more by visiting us online at millsfamilypharmacy.com.
If someone asked, "What's your more?" would you be surprised? Well, at First Bank, knowing your more is where we start. Whether it's seeing your kid's college graduation, seeing the world, or seeing the ocean from your patio, your more helps us see who you are. That's why First Bank offers you more time, more access to local lenders and leaders, more answers, and more products. So tell us, what's your more? First Bank. Bank local. Get more. Member FDIC.
I'm State Farm Agent Dana Womack, and you're listening to Prep Football.
Our game tonight brought to you by Roscoe Brown Heating and Air, First Bank, Murfreesboro Medical Clinic, and the law offices of John Day.
New score on the scoreboard here in the third quarter. Friendship Christian 28, MTCS nothing. Tough night for the Cougars on the road at Friendship. Fumble on the play. But Oakland's going to recover it here. Chase Bandy is in at quarterback for the Patriots now. This is going to be a 1-yard loss. So 2nd down and 11. Smotherman's the one who smothered that ball. I guess if you're a Patriot, the Page Patriots are winning 62-0 in their game. Another bad snap. And I think the Rockvale Rockets have recovered that fumble. They have. Is that 61? Scruggs. So Oakland's first turnover. Bad snap there, and so the Rockets will try to take advantage of the short field here now. Ball is at the 40-yard line, and the Patriots back out on defense. Score is 52-0 for Oakland here in this one. Last year, by the way, the score was 35-0 in this game. Oakland a winner. A lot of new faces out here. That is 32, Anton Reynolds, sorry. Jackson on the tackle for Oakland. This is where the two deeps just don't help very much. So Anton Reynolds with the run for about 4 yards. 2nd down. And not much doing this time. Actually going to lose a yard or two. And Evan Rogers is your new quarterback, by the way, for Rockvale. E-V-I-N Rogers. Marcus Malone on the tackle. Rogers is a sophomore. The give to Rylan Hodges, I think, number 11, and it is. He's going to pick up a couple to make it 4th down. Gets it to the 39. Well, that student section that was pretty deep in the first half for Oakland, not so deep right now. A lot of students have decided to take it to the house. Yep, warm up, dry off. 4th and 8 for the Rockets. Rogers has a back split to his left, on his left hip, if you will. Now moves here to the right hip. That's Hodges. Snap low. They give to Hodges on the inside counter. Dives forward. Going to get to the 36-yard line before being stopped there. So Oakland will take over on downs. First final is in tonight. And it is a loss for the Eagleville Eagles. Final score 14-7 in that one. They trailed 14-0 at halftime.
Again, you get behind in these games tonight, it's so difficult to come back.
They scored, John, with 6 minutes to play. I'll tell you after this play. And it's a run by Runyon. Tayron Runyon going to lose a couple. Onside kick. Tried to recover that onside kick. I'm not sure if they did, but they had a couple of drives late, but Eagleville couldn't come up with the score. Armand tonight for Riverdale has had 2 field goals. The second one, a 36-yarder, to put them up 21-0. about midway through the fourth quarter. Run play. And it is 24, Brian Smotherman, who picks up about 6 yards. Is that right? 3rd and 12, 3 yards. Patterson on the tackle. 3rd and 6 now. 6.5 to play. And another handoff up the middle. Nice room. First down and more. 45, 50, 45. And finally wrestled down at the 42-yard line. Tremendous run that time for Brian Smotherman again. That goes 18 yards.
That was a nice run.
First bank, first down for Smotherman. Brian Smotherman is a senior. So good to get him some snaps. 1st and 10. First bank, first down, 5:48 to play. Oakland driving up 52-0. Another give. Smotherman on the inside counter to the 36-yard line. Picks up 6. Henderson on the takedown.
This is what Kevin Creasy wants. Just run the ball down the field. If you make it, if you get a first down, great. If you don't, you turn it over. There won't be any more punting in this game, I wouldn't think.
And I think the junior Will Millsap, yes, he was at quarterback some on this series, and I failed to let you know that. Give is to Kamani Bass this time. Bass bounces it outside to the 35, picks up about 3. Patterson on the tackle. Boy, the wind is getting something brutal. Looks like the rain is heavier too right now. It's really a wind-driven rain right now.
It's going to be a long walk back to the cars tonight, folks.
Yes, it will be. Runyon is the wide out to the far side. Millsap, no, someone else. Millsap's running the ball. Keeps 30. Millsap 25. Millsap 20. Millsap 15. And finally written out of bounds. Inside the 15-yard line on the keeper, Will Millsap with a big, huge run. And Oakland is in the John Day Legal Red Zone. Bicycle helmet giveaways, Safe Ride home program, I should say. Just a few of the ways the law offices of John Day are involved in the community. JohnDayLegal.com. First and 10 at the 13-yard line, and another new quarterback. This time a give to Brian Smotherman, and Smotherman is in the end zone. Touchdown, Patriots. The senior gets the score. It's his first of the season.
Nice run and a great fake there by the quarterback, whoever it was. Made a nice fake there to get him in.
I believe, John, that was Duncan Chew, 46, I think. So the Oakland Patriots with the score. And here is Malik Frierson for point. And there's going to be a flag thrown. Rockvale. No, it's a procedure on Oakland. So the false start on the Patriots. And that will back them up here. Oakland leading 58-0. It could be 59 if this kick goes through the uprights, but it's going to be from 5 yards further back. So instead of a 20-yard PAT attempt, it's going to be 25, but thankfully for Frierson, he's got the wind at his back. Snap, bobbled, picked up by Oakland, and they may run it in for 2, and they do. Running it in is Matthew Moore. The 2-point conversion good. And the Patriots lead the Rockets 60-0 on State Farm Prep Sports.
Parks Auction. We handle everything.
Whether you're buying or selling a home or whether you're buying or selling commercial property, the auction is just so much easier, quicker, smoother.
My wife and I sold our personal home. Parks Auctions helped us with that. The house brought about 20% more than we were going to ask for.
Visit our website at parksauction.com to learn more.
Hi there, 12 and a half now, $15.
Stan Vaught and the Parks Auction team are proud supporters of local high school and MTSU sports.
Sold it to you.
You've heard people say, you know your work by your name, but there's no better name for residential and business concrete work than Dan France Concrete. From basic slabs to decorative stamping, for your next concrete project, call Dan France Concrete, 615-642-5152.
This is Dan with Dan France Concrete, wishing all Rutherford County student athletes a great season. Study hard, play harder, and be safe.
Trust me, Dan is committed to the community and will offer you a great product. He'll stand behind his work and make sure you're satisfied with every aspect of the work. Dan France Concrete.
I'm State Farm Agent Ron Reeves. You're listening to Prep Football.
We are back here at Oakland High School. Last moments here of this one, and it's been all Oakland here tonight. And here's the kick. Going to be taken at the 12 by Rockvale. 20. And to about the 22-yard line, and that's going to be it. Well, this rain is really coming down. Antioch fumbles the ball, so Stewart's Creek has it with 2:10 to go. Oh, no, that was a while ago. Only about 4 minutes left in that game. Hopefully we'll be able to get you some finals here tonight. 27-6 is the new score in that one. Creek flexing their muscle. And by the way, that was a 43-yard field goal by Armand earlier. Here's a run to the near side by Anton Reynolds once again for the Rockets. Bryson Hayes sack and then score. The ball came loose, only 3:30 to go in that one. So, John, it looks like Stewart's Creek and Smyrna showdown in a few weeks may be for the region title.
I would think that's probably going to be, that's what's going to happen, Brian.
Smyrna still has to play Antioch, though. Quarterback is Hunter Sicilone. And he carries it for about a yard, 2 yards, we'll say. Under 2 minutes to go in this one. See if I can't get you a Blackman Siegel score here in a moment, too. MTCS is trailing Friendship 35-0 now. The Commanders in command of that one. Eagleville losing to Wayne County tonight, 14-7, sorry. Play clock is down to 6. Rockvale snap the ball. And it's a run by Reynolds. Nothing much doing. Oakland defense is getting some of those youngsters out there, and they're pretty happy. Bingham on the takedown for Oakland. May get just one more play in here. Prentice Alsop Heating and Air post-game show is coming up for you in a few moments. Now, this is the week going into fall break, so there are a slew of games on Thursday night. We'll actually have one Thursday night and Friday night this next week. I'll tell you about that in the post-game show as well. Rockvale going to run one more play here. Oh, they just clapped their hand, and the play clock is at 0. And the officials restarted the play clock. I've never seen that before. I think everybody wants to go home.
Yeah.
That's going to be your final score here tonight. Oakland Patriots a winner by a score of 60-0 over the Rockvale Rockets. Stay tuned. Coming up, it's the Prentice Alsop Heating and Air postgame show next.
Head over to J. Mullins Jewelry to check out their selection of rings, watches, custom designed jewelry, and much more. They're a local business located at 352 West Northville Boulevard right here in Murfreesboro. They have gifts for all occasions, weddings, graduations, anniversaries, whatever you need, you can find it at J. Mullins Jewelry. That's at 352 West Northville Boulevard or online at mullinsjewelry.com.
Your ride, your stuff. You live with them together. I'm State Farm Agent Andy Wommel. It's smart to protect them together, to help life go right. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let me help you save by combining your auto and renters.
With the service you get from State Farm, you might think our car insurance costs more. I'm State Farm Agent Celeste Middleton. Give me a call at 615-895-2700 and let me show you with discounts up to 40%. You may find it even costs less.
It's Brian, and as a customer of First National Bank of Middle Tennessee, let me tell you how they can show up for you. Whether I need help navigating a financial decision or just a question, I know I can pick up the phone and talk to someone who's right here in our community. In a world that's becoming more impersonal every day, it's good to know that First National Bank of Middle Tennessee is always there with real people who care.
First National Bank of Middle Tennessee. We show up for you.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 401715.
For 75 years, Murfreesboro Medical Clinic has been a cornerstone of health and compassion in our community. From our humble beginnings to the advanced, comprehensive care we offer today, our commitment to you has never wavered. With 8 locations across Murfreesboro and Middle Tennessee and over 100 physicians, we continue to provide the highest standard of care. Then, now, and always, your health is our mission.
Greetings, friends. This is Lenny Farmer with the Jennings & Ayers Funeral Home in Murfreesboro. If you ever had to deal with the final arrangements of a loved one, funerals are both emotional and financial. You can easily be drained both ways when you least expect it. I can help you in both of these areas by showing you the positive side of pre-arranging. Locking in your cost for the rest of your life will truly relieve some emotional stress at that time. Call me, won't you, at 615-893-2422. Let's talk.
Hey, this is Dan with Music World and Drummers Den. Come in for your guitars, keyboards, drums. We have you covered. Lessons, we got that. Drums and every other instrument with strings or keys. Music World and Drummers Den. The one-stop shop where you have everything that you might need. Ukuleles, violins, things that they're not expecting to find just everywhere they go. Come see us at Music World and Drummers Den, 2762 South Church Street, right across from the golf course. Music World and Drummers Den.
Hi, this is Nick Hayes with Toots Restaurants. Stop by and grab some Toots Buffalo Chicken Wings before your next sporting event. Call one of our locations today. Don't forget to add an order of fried dill pickles to your order. Our staff is ready to serve you at one of our 4 Rutherford County locations. The Original on Broad Street and Medical Center, Toots South on Highway 231, Toots West on Highway 96, or in Smyrna on Sam Ridley Parkway.
I'm State Farm Agent Andy Womack, and you're listening to Prep Football.
Welcome back to the Prentice Allsup Heating and Air postgame show from Oakland High School, a rain-drenched Oakland High School. Prentice Allsup Heating and Air services all major brands and in most cases offer same-day service. Rely on the Rheem Pro professionals at Prentice Allsup Heating and Air to keep your home or business comfortable year-round. Call them at 615-890-1311 or check them out online at PrenticeAllsup.com. Prentice Allsup Heating and Air on West College Street. Let's go out to Smyrna to get an update on that game tonight. Smyrna is playing the McGavock Raiders and having their way with McGavock. Danny Brewer with the Dr. Automotive Report.
Yeah, it's a 23-0 Smyrna right now, 2:38 and counting in the third quarter. Game was delayed. McGavock has some transportation troubles, so we're just, like I said, we're still in the third quarter here. But Smyrna has pretty much dominated the game. Weather has been somewhat of a factor. And here's one of the plays that tells you the weather was a factor. We saw an 85-yard punt by Smyrna at the start of the third quarter, just because the kid had the wind at his back, and he got it up in the air, and it took a couple of hops, and on this turf went about 85 yards. Incredible.
That is incredible. That may be one for the record books out there.
It might be, absolutely might be, for sure.
Well, it looks like they're in control of the game, and Stewart's Creek playing at Antioch tonight. And, Danny, that game is getting pretty late. Stewart's Creek scored to make it 27-6 here in the last few minutes. So it really looks like if they can hand Antioch a loss, that's going to make the game in a couple of weeks with Stewart's Creek really big on October 18th.
It'd be huge. It'll be a showdown for what could be the district championship game, because whoever wins that game obviously has a huge leg up. Smyrna will still have to play Antioch, but Stewart's Creek will already have a win over them. So, yeah, huge game October 18th coming up.
Yeah, most certainly. Smyrna does have East Nashville before then on Friday night going into a fall break week, which they won't have a game. So East Nashville is going to be tough, but you talked to John about it at halftime about the tough scheduling for the Bulldogs, and that's what makes these region games a little easier, I guess. At least you're getting good competition.
Well, you're playing up, so to speak, and like I said, I think playing good teams only makes you better, and that's what Coach Williams wants, is to make his team better.
Well, Danny, stay dry and enjoy the rest of the game. Yeah, you're really
try
roughing
to
it.
Stay dry, Danny. Wow.
Yeah. Stay dry, Mr. Dinkins. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, we got a long walk back to the car, and I'm afraid that this rain is coming down even harder here. But anyway, Danny, appreciate you tonight with your reports.
Enjoy, folks. See y'all.
All right, Danny Brewer joining us with the Dr. Automotive Live Report. Dr. Automotive, the cure for your car. Danny and his brother Randy, who really does all the hard work, I'm telling you, and Danny's son, too, Bo. Well, they've been providing Rutherford County with ASE certified auto repair for years. Foreign and domestic, they do it all, and they're Smyrna through and through, 20 years in business. You can trust them to do you right. Dr. Automotive, Hazelwood Drive in Smyrna, online at smyrnaautorepair.com. And our Prentice Allsup Heating and Air postgame show continues with Mr. Dinkins.
All right, it's we're going to go over the Surpisa replays, and I don't know if you want me to go over every one of them, but we will.
You choose, and I'll follow along.
Okay, let me do that. Oakland got on the scoreboard first with a 3-yard run by Morris to make it 7-0.
Replays.
The give is to Morris. He bounces it outside, now turns it up. Does he get in and cross the plane? Yes, he does. It is a 3-yard touchdown run by DeJuan Morris, and that is Morris's first touchdown of the year, his first game starting since the first game of the season.
Went off that right side, then turned it upfield just a little bit. Easy score. That made it 7-0, as we said. Then they came back with 5:26 to go in the first. A 71-yard pass from Creasy to Morris.
Replays.
Win them all against. Do they have to win out? Creasy. Across the middle. Caught by Morris. Morris 50. A little shake and bake 40. Another little shake and bake 30. 20. 10. 5. He has got a caravan to the end zone. Touchdown. Morris goes 71 yards. That is his first receiving touchdown of the season.
And that made it 14-0. It was Morris again with 3:14 to go in the first, an 11-yard run by Morris.
Replays.
The give is to Morris. Morris waits on a hole to open up. Morris bounces it outside and runs it in for his second touchdown of the night. This one, an 11-yard rumble. Touchdown, Pats.
Is he not great at that?
Man, alive, is he not?
He just never ceases to amaze me. 11-yard run. He waits for the blockers. He waits for the hole, and he's so quick he can make that hole. That made it 21-0. Then a snap over the punter's head made it 23-0 as it was a safety. Then Oakland it started with Tutt with a 22-yard run to make it 30-0. And then this beautiful play with 4:36 to go in the first half, Creasy to Tutt.
Replays.
So Oakland back to pass, 1st and 10, and it's caught somehow miraculously by Tutt, and Tutt's going to take it to the house. He's going all the way. He takes it in for 78 yards.
Well, Kyler Creasy's going to have some kind of numbers tonight after this game's over. That was all Tutt, really, when the pass was actually thrown, and Rockvale went for it, and they didn't get it. And when that happens, it's nothing but pay dirt. And that made it 37-0. Oakland scored again on an 11-yard run by Tutt to lead us into halftime. Oakland leading at 43-0. In the second half, it was a 28-yard field goal to make it 46-0. And then Oakland, on their last two scores, as they opened up the third quarter with a running clock, this run by Hainsworth.
Replays.
The draw play. Hainsworth off to the races. 40, 30, 20, 10, 5. End zone. Touchdown. Avery Hainsworth. His second TD of the year, and it goes for 51 yards.
Boy, once he broke that initial line of scrimmage, man, and he showed off some speed I didn't know he had. That was 52-0. Let's give a little love to Smotherman here as Oakland's final score with 3:35 to go in the game.
Replays.
This time a give to Brian Smotherman, and Smotherman is in the end zone. Touchdown, Patriots. The senior gets the score. It's his first of the season.
Nice run and a great fake there by the quarterback, whoever it was. Made a nice fake there to get him in. They used about 4 quarterbacks during that drive. They were going for the extra point to make it 59-0, but the snap was bobbled, and they went around the end and scored to make it 60-0 on that 2-point. It wasn't a two-point conversion intended to be, but it wound up scoring 2 points. Final score 60-0. Oakland dominates Rockvale here, and that's your Sir Pizza replays. Sir Pizza.
It doesn't want to play.
I can't remember the rest of it. Sir Pizza makes love some pizza again. Okay, time for our stats. They're brought to you by Fans Heating and Air, JHA Company, Josh Houston, and Winners Trophies. We go on to do the defensive side of the ball, and we go to Rod Edwards.
Okay, visiting Rockvale. Leading in tackles were Evangelist Brooks and Torrey Patterson, who moved up during the second half, and each had 4. Demarion Thomas had 3. Melvin Boone had 3, and Dallas Paldo had a pass breakup. For Oakland, Caleb Ellison added to his total, ended up with 7 tackles. 2 for loss. He had a fumble recovery, and he broke up a pass that really was a key part in the second drive. When Rockvale had a long second drive going and prevented them from scoring, getting the ball back, and then Oakland went down and scored. Then we also had Banks had an interception and also 2 tackles. And then Colin Williams and Trayvon Jackson each had 4 tackles.
All right, offensively, Rockvale led by Romeo George. He had 14 carries, 33 yards. Elliott, 5 carries for 12 yards. Kennedy had 2 carries for 14 yards. Hodges had 4, and Reynolds had 5 yards for Rockvale. Rockvale's Elliott was 4 of 14 for 55 yards and 1 interception. First half rushing for Rockvale, 31. They had passed for 55 for a total of 86 in the first half. They rushed for 46 in the second half, but the rain and the score and the running clock, they weren't able to get anything going in the passing game for no yards. They had 46 total yardage in the second half. Total rushing, 77 yards rushing, 55 passing, 132 total offense. For Oakland, DeJuan Morris, who didn't play a whole lot, but he had 7 carries for 59 yards. Smotherman, 4 carries and 40 yards. Was Hainsworth, 2 carries for 53 yards and a touchdown. Bass, 2 carries and 5 yards. Morris had a couple of touchdowns as well, I should have said. Millsap, 3 carries for 28 yards. Creasy was 7 of 11 for 183. Didn't attempt to pass in the second half. His favorite receivers, Tutt, big reception, and then Morris with 71. Moore had 22 yards in the air, and Griever with 5. Rushing in the first half for Oakland, 66. In the second half, they rushed for 122 for a total of 188. First half for passing for Creasy was 183, no yards passing in the second. And the total yardage for the game for Oakland, 371 yards. This is pretty consistent here, Rod. 188 rushing, 183 passing. You can't get much more consistent than that.
And we sure didn't think that would happen with the weather and all. I think that pass Tutt caught went through 4 hands, or right in front of him. That he really kept a good eye on the ball, for that long touchdown. really added to that total.
It didn't. The weather didn't really seem to bother Oakland as much as it did Rockvale tonight.
Yeah. And I thought the quarterback for Rockvale looked pretty sharp, and he was on the money several times, but they were dropped early. Now, as the conditions got worse, he was not connecting then in the latter part of the game.
Okay, Rod, we'll see you next week.
Okay.
These stats have been brought to you by Fan Seating and Air, JHA Company, Josh Houston, and Winners Trophies. We turn things over to Brian, wraps it up with the scoreboard and our goodbyes for tonight.
All right. Thanks, guys, for braving the elements this evening.
Well, we didn't brave it too much, but the run to the hot dog stand was rough.
Yeah, it did get a little chancy out there at times, but
well, the hard part's ready to come.
Yes.
Yes, you got it.
Leaving is not going to be fun tonight for sure. But appreciate you guys being here tonight, and thanks, everybody, for listening. We're going to run down the scoreboard, and I was just gather any late scores that I might be able to find. And oh goodness, I was hoping that wouldn't be the one. Just got a brand new score in, and it is a final tonight. A final score of 12-10. Cane Ridge beats Laverne. 12-10, the final score. So that was one that was eluding us, and we have a couple of other games that are still being played, and I will give you all of the scores that we have so far. So here we go. Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard update. Got you that one. Cane Ridge 12, Laverne 10. It was Wayne County defeating Eagleville 14-7 tonight. They're still playing. Friendship leads MTCS 35-0. Final score tonight, PCA a winner over the Kings Academy, and that final score was 17-14. 17-14, PCA defeating the Kings Academy. Smyrna is defeating McGavick right now 23-0. Just waiting on the final horn on that one. And the one score tonight that has been elusive has been the Blackman Siegel score. And I asked the person who I was seeing if they had an update, and not seeing anything. So we'll just have to leave you unless it's here. Hold on, let me look one more place. And if I can get all these pop-up ads to move off here. I know this is exciting for you listening in. Still playing, Blackman 21, Siegel 7, the last score that we have for you. And that one may be over by now, don't know. Well, that's a look at your Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard. Want to thank John and Rod here, of course. Our producer tonight has been the one and only Connor Hayes. I'm Brian Barrett. Have a happy and safe weekend. Stay safe from all this wind and rain. And we'll see you back here next week for a doubleheader Thursday night, right back here at Oakland for Siegel Oakland. Then Friday night, we head to MTCS as they battle South Pittsburgh. So a doubleheader in 2 nights coming up for you next week as we wrap up the pre-fall break. Next week we'll be off after that, but 2 games next week. Hope you'll join. I'm Brian Barrett. So long from a drenched Ray Hughes Stadium at Oakland High School. Until the next time we meet at the game.